I'm making Sabudana Khichdi, Sabudana Upma for fasting. Here is 1 cup of Sabudana. And we'll add another half a cup. So a total of 1.5 cup. The key to making a fluffy Sabudana Upma is about how we soak it. And here is how I do, and it's pretty fail proof. So wash it once. Drain the water. Wash it just one more time. Drain all the water. Now the water for this sabudana should be just enough for all these pearls to soak. That's about it. Not even a centimeter above it. Just enough for the pearls to soak. This is how it should be. Cover and leave it for about 2-3 hours and it'll be nice and fluffy. This is the sabudana soaked after about 4 hours. So you can see how well it has absorbed the water and it's totally fluffy. You just fluff it up with a fork and add salt to this quantity of sabudana according to your taste. Now let's prepare the sabudana upma. Now the sabudana pearls, they are nicely soaked. I've already added salt to taste for this quantity of sabudana. Here I have about half a cup of roasted salted peanuts. These are the snacking peanuts at home. If you don't have, just roast some peanuts. And I've powdered them. This is about half a cup. For the tempering, I'm just going to use jeera, some curry leaves, green chilies for taste. Green chili is the only source of spice in this dish. And I'm going to fry up some potatoes too. These are not cooked potatoes, just raw potatoes, thinly sliced. For garnishing, I have cilantro, and I'm just going to squeeze half a lemon. And that's about it. Let's see how this dish comes along. Here I have a cast iron pan, a karai. I'm using oil today. Usually during fasting, they'll use ghee. I've taken about 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil. The karai is really hot. Let's add our ingredients. I've got jeera, I've got green chilies, and I've got curry leaves. Let's let it flour. While that's happening, I'm going to quickly open the lid, add the potatoes. If you want turmeric, you can add. I usually don't. I'm just adding some salt for the potatoes and the tempering. The sabudana already has salt in it, and the peanuts also have salt in it. I'm just going to toss this, cover and cook. So this comes along pretty fast. Just gonna cover it, let the potatoes cook. Meanwhile, I'm also going to mix the peanut powder with the half of the peanut powder with the sabudana. This will make sure the sabudana does not stick to the pan and the peanuts also get too crunchy. Now the potatoes are almost half done. It's nicely got a brown color on it. Some people use boiled potatoes. I just feel that it makes it very soggy. So if I have boiled potatoes in the fridge, I'm fine using it. But usually this is a normal way I make it. With raw potatoes, cook it, get it crunchy, and then add the sabudana. Here goes the sabudana. mixed with the peanut powder. Just keep the flame on low and mix with gentle hand. There is enough water in the sabudana to cook this whole thing now. You don't have to add any extra water. So just mix everything well and cover to cook it. You slowly start seeing the sabudana pearls. Right now it's all white. It will slowly start becoming translucent. That shows the water inside is getting evaporated and cooking the whole thing. Keep the flame in low. Do not try to cook it in high flame, otherwise it will burn. You start noticing the sabudana pearls are getting a little translucent. They're losing the whiteness in them. Water is evaporating and cooking everything. About a minute or two, and give it a stir in between. Again, cover and cook. Another minute or two, should be fully done. Right now the sabudana is completely done. I'm adding the balance half of the peanut powder. I'm just going to give it a good mix. You notice the sabudana is fully done and potatoes also completely cooked. You want to keep them fluffy because as they cool, they tend to clump up. I like to use a cast iron pan. If you are comfortable using a non-stick, you can try that. I have given up on non-stick. I'm going to add cilantro for garnish and about 1 tablespoon of sugar. This is completely optional. Just give it a good mix. You don't have to overcook it anymore. It's already done. Turn off the gas. And for one more time, just bring it all together. Cover it up for the last 1 minute. The gas is already turned off. I'm going to open the lid exactly after a minute. I have timer on all these little breaks of cooking. So if you notice, it's nice and fluffy. Nothing is clumping. Everything is cooked. And for the final touch, I'm adding half of a lemon or lime, whatever you have in hand. Give it a mix. It adds a lot of taste. There is salt, there is sugar, there is sourness of lemon or lime. That's it, it's ready to serve. You can add some coconut to garnish also. Here I am going to serve it. This is a great breakfast. It's a very heavy breakfast. Enjoy. Sabudana, Khichdi, Sabudana Upma. After adding lemon juice, try not to keep the dish in a cast iron pan or an iron pan because it tends to oxidize and react with the metal. So once you add any sourness to the cooking, you're supposed to remove it to a serving dish.